I smell a rat. Oh, I think I smell a rat.
That rat is massive. Rats spread dangerous and life-threatening diseases and attack the fabric of our homes.
We've got chewed wire, we've got exposed water pipes, we've got horrendous amounts of faeces and urine.
As more and more rats become resistant to the poisons we put down, the danger they pose to all of us is increasing. Today, I'm joining Pest Control Officer Justin Holloway as he answers a plea for help from a family in Swindon.
Hello, Mark. Good morning.
Morning.
Mark and Lisa have got a serious rat problem and are desperate for Justin to rid their home of these dangerous pests.
And I have to say that your house is spotless. I'm actually quite jealous. And I'm surprised that you have a rat problem. What are the things that concern you most?
For me, we know they're under the floor space, and in particular they're in the play area and they're in the front room, which means they're in close vicinity to the children when they're playing. You know, you hear about Weil's disease. It's a concern for me that could affect the children.
Weil's disease, or leptospirosis, is a bacterial disease which can cause flu-like symptoms such as headaches, chills and muscle pains, and in extreme cases can lead to kidney failure, internal bleeding and even death.
How can you catch it?
You can catch it by being exposed to the urine of the rat. The leptospiridium bacterium is within that, and if, for example, the children have any cuts or abrasions and they become exposed to damp urine, then it's possible that could enter their bloodstream through that cut or abrasion.
So this potentially is serious?
Yes, the situation needs to be managed for sure.
To solve this rat problem, Justin needs to stop them from getting into the house. And the search for their entry point starts in the playroom.
So what can you see from here?
First, we've got droppings, so we know they're travelling in this direction. We know they've been here, they're relatively fresh, given the glistening of the surface. What we've also got here is chewing to the wire. So the rat's been chewing away here quite happily. That will give rise to the electric tripping. There's inconvenience with that. There's cost. You need an electrician to come and sort this out. And there is risk.
When rats chew through and expose wires, they leave our homes at risk of house fires. But with no obvious entry point to Mark and Lisa's house under the playroom, the search moves to the lounge.
We're having a look at the internal structure to see if we can see anything that's obvious. We can see the footprints and the droppings, but it doesn't appear to be emanating from here. There's no immediately apparent entry points that I can see. That's for sure.
On this part of the building, I've gone all the way up to this fireplace and filled all of the holes where they could possibly have come through with expanding foam and steel mesh.
It could be quite carefully secreted behind one of these areas, and they could be popping out further along this floor. I think what we now need to do is to move our investigations to the outside sewer system.
If you do have rats in your house, it's best to call the professionals as soon as possible because they breed quickly and it doesn't take long for even a small problem to get out of hand.
So what have we got in here then, Justin?
Well, Angelica, it's time to bring out sewer cam. I can travel up to 40 metres through the sewer system, getting a very good look at the pipework. It's not going to be pleasant, which is why I've got to get changed into some other clothing right now, because I'm not going in that hole without the
You're going in the hole?
I'm going in that hole, yes.
Justin is checking the sewers because they're full of rats. And a broken sewer pipe is a perfect way for them to get into our homes.
Right, it's time to go in. Angelica, if you take a look in here, can you see those formations of droppings?
Yes.
There's various droppings scattered around in here, particularly you can see them right in the corner there.
Yeah.
You see what sort of build-up we've got here, so I'm going to have to break this through to try and get the camera up.
I think I'm just going to let you get on with it for a moment, yeah?
Yeah, you carry on.
OK.
While Justin is clearing the sewer so that he can check the pipe, inside, Mark is doing some investigation work of his own.
So what have you discovered?
So just underneath here, there's a load of rubble and debris, which means the rats have been dragging it away from most probably this wall area. I think this is most probably the area that they're coming in underneath the wall into my property.
Which is great. So maybe we could get some evidence with what Justin's doing, because that's the sewer systems all along the side of this house, isn't it?
And we see what's happening down there.
This is a potentially significant discovery. The sewer that Justin is up to his neck in runs right along the side of the house where Mark thinks the rats could be getting in. We'll find out shortly if we're on our way to ridding this family's home of the wretched rats. In Swindon, Pest Control Officer Justin Holloway is investigating a sewer system to try and find out how the rats in Mark and Lisa's home are getting in.
With challenges like this, we've got the little tractor, and that tractor unit just allows me to get this safely down the sewer system, quickly to the point I need to get to.
Rats can chew through bricks, concrete and wood. They can get into all our homes, spreading dangerous diseases and causing damage that can lead to fires and flooding.
What exactly are you looking for, Justin?
Well, we're looking to go up the sewer system, and we're looking for any breaks in the sewer that have taken place through subsidence, where the clay pipes have been fractured and rats have leveraged that to get in. Oh, look at that. If you can see on that monitor, what you're looking at is the wall of the clay pipe, and it's supposed to be perfectly joined to another pipe.
Ah, so it's almost like that?
Exactly. So what do you expect the rat could do? It could hop up here. That's a possible entry point. That's significant. That's really significant.
To work out where the break in the sewer pipe is in relation to the family's home, Justin lays the camera wire back along the street.
Somewhere around about here is where this pipe shift's taken place. And
That's the living room. That's where you just showed me where you dug up?
Yeah, that's right, yeah, in that corner,
So-
just there.
what I also notice, and it's relevant, is a little bit of cracking of substance there. It might be where the ground's dropped a bit, I don't know. But normally, if there was soil here, they would have broken straight out of the soil, gone vertically as well. But we've got this tarmac here, so that may just be a little bit of a barrier at this point. And they're just going straight underneath this lot, made a burrow straight underneath the property. So I think it's a conversation with the utility company next.
But before Mark asks the utility company to take action, we need solid proof. So we're putting a camera under the lounge floorboards to try to confirm this as the rat's point of entry. A week later, we're back to see if the camera footage will confirm our suspicions.
Morning, guys.
Hi, Mark.
You all right?
Yeah. So we'll just have a look.
There it is.
there you go.
There it is.
That's the entry point, isn't it?
This is exactly opposite this sewer issue we've got outside. Yeah, and that's clearly a very interesting area.
What's it like for you seeing it visually?
They've caused a big bane in my life, but actually when you see them on the TV like that, it doesn't seem so bad. It does feel like you're watching a wildlife programme. But obviously I don't want the wildlife programme in my front room.
But joking aside, this is a serious problem, isn't it?
Absolutely, you're right to say this isn't a nature programme. This is somebody's home. If we look in these cameras, we see cables, we see rats, we know they're chewing them. So it's not funny. It's got to be addressed. So at the moment, we've got to do some serious blocking up work. That will hopefully be a great thing for the short term, but we've got to keep our long-term aim on dealing with the utility company. So hopefully we can get the ball rolling.
Yeah. Thank you, Lewis.
Nice somersault.
He's
Nice
excited that we
somersault.
found the rats, aren't you? We've located where the rats are. We can sort this. Yeah.
Justin gets to work blocking up the entry point with a reinforced concrete plug. But his efforts are only a short-term solution and won't keep out the rats forever. The utility company need to fix the pipe, and after Mark contacted them, they've agreed to do just that.